guys. Yeah. Run. I love boyhood. I love boyhood.
Garbage.
Well, the piece of garbage is ready to film it, whatnot.
Well, go ahead, you piece of garbage.
Okay, well, anyways, greetings, one and all. Welcome to the next video of this little listing and whatnot. Now, I'm going to repeat myself like I did in Top 10 Worst. I did not manage to see a lot of movies like everybody else did, but I managed to see a good portion of not worst movies, but some good movies this year. Now, I just want to say right now, for my top 10 movies, I did not manage to, see a lot of the best of the best. I managed to see some of the best of the best, but not like best of the best. So I'm going to say one of them I have not managed to see was The Hateful Eight, sadly to say.
I guarantee you, when you see that movie, you'll be like, damn, I wish I would have had that on my list.
I already know I'm going to regret it, but hey, I managed to pick up a good portion of movies that I humbly enjoyed a lot. My honorable mentions is probably going to be surprising. I was planning on doing a top 15, but I think top 10 will be a lot fair to do. So anyways, for my honorable mentions, my honorable mentions are The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Alex.
It was okay.
I enjoyed it a lot.
He said it was bad first. I thought it was fun.
I enjoyed it.
You did, Alex. You said it was bad.
Yeah, well, I guess I need to rewatch it.
Mm-hmm.
Right down with the
It was a good movie. Alright, my next honorable mention is Southpaw. Alright, next up.
Very good movie. Even though it's paint by numbers, it's a really well made paint by numbers. Jake Gyllenhaal, man, that dude.
He was fantastic.
That was Marlon Brando acting he gave there.
My next up is Black Mass.
Okay.
Next up is Ant-Man.
Oh, wow.
Next up is Cinderella, and this is going to be a shocker to you, Romy, but Alex probably not, but Romy, this is going to be a shocker to you. My next honorable mention is Mad Max Fury Road.
Thank you.
Oh,
I bet you took a picture of that.
I actually did it.
Bullshit.
Yeah, Mad Max Fury Road.
I'm on my phone.
Mad Max Fury Road is my honorable mention.
Hallelujah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's my
It's a revolution upon action cinema.
Now, here's the thing, though, folks. Alex,
Thank you, Mr. Garrison.
folks, Alex finds it overrated. I don't blame the guy for his honest thoughts. But here's the thing about me, though. I enjoyed the movie a lot. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I fucking loved this movie. But here's the thing, though, about this. There's just some more movies on my top 10 list that I enjoyed a lot more and I loved a lot closer, and it came closer to my heart. So pretty much, I will tell you all those movies right now. My number 10, oh boy. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I'm gonna tell you now, it had one of the best action scenes I have seen in a while. Oh, by the way, for I forgot to say, for honorable mentions, I forgot to say Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. I forgot to say that.
That is surprising. I'm surprised that's not on your list.
I forgot to say that as well for honorable mentions, Mission Impossible. Okay, now my number 10. One of the best action scenes I've ever seen in any movie. Takes place in a church and he starts freaking killing everybody like this.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it! Kingsman.
Yeah, this is from the director of X-Men First Class and Kick-Ass. And I'm going to say this right now. All style, no substance, 2.5 out of 5. Okay, whatever you fucking say.
Oh my god, this movie, I don't know where to begin. The acting was completely incredible. That church scene with the freaking... church scene.
Was chaotic.
It was chaotic, but hey, that was one of the best action scenes I've ever seen out of any movie of 2015. I fucking loved it.
But it wasn't.
It looked like indeed, but hey, how the way they did, they're making it look like one complete take. It was outstanding. And plus Samuel L. Jackson,
Oh, he was a funny villain.
He was one of the funniest villains I've ever seen in a movie. But plus, at the ending, where pretty much he gets shot through the stomach and starts puking.
Mr. Garrison, you're Leon from the Spill Crew. Don't be spoiled.
I don't give a shit if they don't see this video or not. I don't care. Hey, I'm not gonna spoil one of the movies.
God, you fucking asshole, Dingleberry.
I'm sorry. But hey, the movie itself, Samuel Jackson was one of the funniest villains in the whole movie. That church scene, unbelievable, fantastic.
Oh, and the last act, the conclusion.
Oh, yes.
The fireworks, that's all I'm going to say.
What about the opera scene?
That was another
that's,
incredible
Mission
scene. Oh, Mission Impossible, whatever. But anyways, folks, this movie, such a fun movie. I loved it.
Yes.
My number 10. Alright, my number 9. Now let's get to a category where I feel a little bit comfortable with. Okay, now for this number 9. Now, folks, you all know I am not a rap person whatsoever. But here's the thing, though. Just because I don't listen to the genre of rap doesn't mean that I know the facts as well. It should be a lot higher, but like I said, there are movies I enjoyed a lot more than are on my list. But this is a particular, like I said, dude, this was number 4 originally. Spoiler
Hey, you
alert.
gotta think about this. It's on his 10 best, Alex.
That is true.
And unlike the Golden Globes, they don't recognize this movie.
No, they don't.
No, that's bullshit.
I'm sorry, but hey, like I said, these 10 movies are something I enjoy a lot more. But anyways, for my number 9, even though I may not care for the genre, but I know the facts, and this was one hell of a movie. Knowing what the NWA went through and everything, this was one hell of a damn good movie. And plus, as a record collector, I gotta have one of their records in my collection as a collector. That movie is none other than Straight Outta Compton.
Compton!
Oh, come on.
This movie, it was incredible.
Always say it right.
Compton.
Motherfucker named Ice Cube.
Compton. Well, anyways, out of any character that I enjoyed in this whole movie was Ice Cube. He was my favorite character in the whole movie.
His son.
It was so freaking incredible. And you want to know the scary part was? He actually looked, to me personally, he looked like Ice Cube when he was younger.
No, he looked exactly
He
like
looked
him.
exactly like
he
him.
had the hair and everything before he, went with the shave part. Dude, it looked like I was watching a documentary at times when he was rapping on stage.
Speaking of documentaries, that looked like, I'll get to that in a little bit for my number 8, but this movie, I felt like I was looking at the original members of Straight Outta Compton all over again, but just looking at videos on YouTube and looking at photos. I felt like I was looking at them all over again. This
also,
movie...
Eazy-E, played by, oh shit, what's his name, Alex? Jason, is it Jason Mitchell?
I forget.
And Alex, I knew this movie was your number 1, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Let's just say it's high among these lists.
Yes, but anyways, this movie, I know it should be higher, but hey, it was originally higher, but hey, as soon as time went on, saw a lot more movies, and this movie is still in the top 10 at least. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie so freaking much. Now, let's get to another music movie where I enjoyed actually a little bit more, because it was somewhere in my...
Oh, yeah, this one.
This was a movie that was actually in my comfort zone of one of my all-time favorite groups, the Beach Boys. Now, John Cusack and Paul Dano, this is a movie I watched over and over and over because I fucking loved this movie. And Paul Dano, even though he was never humbly one of those best actors in the past, but besides that movie Little Miss Sunshine, where I thought it was a decent performance, but this is definitely hands down what I consider to be his best performance. Hell, is he nominated for Best Supporting Actor for the Oscars?
Golden Globes, I think he... I don't know, Golden Globes and Critics' Choice. I don't know. I think he might be.
Alright. Then it was Paul Dano, who played as the original from 1965, who actually looked like, not only looked like, but sound like, but the way they redid a lot of the songs as well. I fucking applaud this movie.
What's the name of the goddamn movie?
I am finishing my explanation, goddammit!
The movie first, and then explain.
Okay, my number 8 is Love and Mercy. There you go. That's my number 8 is Love and
Lord
Mercy.
have mercy.
Originally, this movie was my number 3. But hey, Love and Mercy, like I said, Paul Dano as the Brian Wilson from 1965.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. This movie was incredible. Absolutely loved it. John Cusack, couple slow paces in between, but you know what? I didn't actually let that bother me because I thought his rendition of playing as Brian was from 1985. Holy shit, it was incredible. It was just like watching exactly what Brian went through in 1985. Like all the hell he went through with his doctor. It was complete incredible of a journey. I saw this movie in theater, even though I had a couple bit of a bad experience. Even though how much I hate going to movie theaters, but hey, I enjoyed this movie. I got a great experience listening to the fantastic music again. This movie's freaking incredible. Okay, now let's get out of the music section and talk about some boxing, shall we? My number 7.
Oh, nice.
We already said.
No.
Not Southpaw. I'm talking about another boxing movie where clearly
way better one.
This is something that is. This is a movie where clearly Sylvester Stallone better win Best Supporting for. This was definitely one of his best performances I've ever seen in a long time. Folks, I'm talking about where he trains Apollo Creed's son. Creed. This movie, I was blown away with this whole entire film. Sitting there watching while he was training his son to become a professional boxer and everything. I was like, this is just like watching Rocky become a professional boxer all over again, except it's not Rocky. It's Apollo Creed's son. This movie was absolutely phenomenal. Everything, the pacing, the cinematography, the writing, the scripting, were clearly that's probably the same exact thing, but oh well, I said it anyway. It was such a phenomenal movie. I was blown away. Because I was just, like I said, I felt like I was watching Rocky all over again. But anyways, simple enough. That's my number 7. Okay, my number 6. Now, Romy.
We're only on number 6?
Yeah, we're at number 6. Why? Because I'm actually going fast and, not wasting time and getting off track. Sorry. Anyways, my number 6. Oh, boy. This movie was definitely a masterpiece. It should be higher, but I felt like,
Number 6.
My number 6. Tell me about one of the movies you saw in IMAX 3D where clearly you almost shit your pants. Just go ahead.
Is it The Walk?
My number 6, folks, is The Walk.
Yeah.
So
See, when he's walking on the wire, and I saw it in IMAX 3D where they utilize the 3D and the IMAX projections. And when you look down, I was like, oh shit!
Don't look down, motherfucker!
Oh, don't look down, don't fall out, Bishop! Yeah, based on a true story of the documentary Man on Wire.
Man on Wire, I personally think the documentary was a lot better. That's what I personally think.
No, I think they're on par.
On par, in a way, but still, they were both enjoyable, the documentary and the film itself.
Man on Wire gives you details. With The Walk, it shows it in motion.
That's exactly what it was. Now,
oh my god, when he lays down on the wire?
The best part is when he's fucking with the cops.
Now, folks, when I saw this movie, literally, when he was walking on the whole entire wire, I didn't see this in IMAX. I saw it streaming. This movie, literally, when I was watching I was like, God damn, how the hell did they do that? How the hell did they do that? Clearly,
That's Robert Zemeckis for you, man. One of the best filmmakers ever.
One of the greatest directors of all time.
Amen. I applaud him so freaking dearly for making this a masterpiece of a movie. Making a whole rendition of the infamous walk over the Twin Towers. Phenomenal.
And by the way, fuck you, movie-going audience, for not seeing this movie yet. You want to see Pitch Perfect 2 and 50 Shades of Bullshit?
Fuck those movies. Moving on, indeed, we're going to go to the final 5 already. Alright. My number 5. This is a movie that... Oh, God. I don't know how to explain it in words except how incredible this movie was. Definitely, this is a movie that Leonardo DiCaprio deserves an Oscar for.
No, that's his award.
It is his award, indeed. If he doesn't get it, then it's a fucking snub. For this movie, the infamous bear scene, all in one take, I was blown away. I was completely blown away. But at the end, like I said, there was a couple pacing problems, but still, the movie was absolutely phenomenal. My number 5 is The Revenant.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. A lot of people ask me, Jerome, why did you have this on your best? And I'll tell you why. Originally, the first half of the movie was perfect. I was going to put it on my top 5 best. It's the second half where it turned into a little bit of Terrence Malick. And I can't stand that fucking director. But overall, it is a damn good movie. You know,
Yes. At the second half, it was slowing. It had a couple slow pacing problems where that did bother me. But thing is, judging the movie as a whole, though.
Well, that's what I did.
Judging the movie as a whole, just because one scene was perfect, the other one was slowing down. But like I said, judging this movie as a whole, giving this a 4.5 out of 5, this was a movie that was incredible and showing you how the fuck did he survive.
Hey, Gary.
That's exactly what it was.
I hate to put you in the hot seat, but I'm going to play devil's advocate. You say you gave this a 4.5 out of 5, yet you gave Mad Max Fury Road a 5 out of 5.
Well, the weird thing is, I enjoyed this movie just a slight bit more. Rating, yes, but here's the thing, though. From fan perspective and enjoyment, I just enjoyed this movie just a little bit more.
Hey, at least you explained yourself, unlike unlike a popular YouTuber.
Yeah, but like I said, folks, I gave Mad Max Fury Road a 5 out of 5. And 4.5 out of 5 for The Revenant. But like I said, from fan perspective and enjoyment, I just enjoyed this movie just a little bit more. And it made me think on how the fuck did he survive all this? That's
Hugh Glass, based on the true story.
That's why this movie was on my list instead of Mad Max, and why I enjoyed this a lot more. Yes, rating is one thing, but fan perspective and enjoyment is another. So yeah, Revenant's my number 5. Okay, my number 4. Now, for the rest of these movies, I gave a perfect 5 out of 5 to. That's all I'm going to say. But for this one, my number 4, one of the best sci-fi movies of this year. Before I get to explanation, I'm going to say right now, my number 4 is The Martian.
Hell yeah, I'm very happy with that pick.
Okay, now this movie, I've seen a lot of movies that goes from, based off movies of Mars. There was one movie I recently saw, it was called Mission to Mars, I believe it was called.
Yeah, it was.
I saw that movie. I didn't really care for that movie as much as I did with The Martian, where he is sent to a mission to Mars, how we can live off Mars and everything. It makes you think and wonder, how did he manage to survive all this? It actually managed to live on Mars and like this. And by the way, one of the best phrases in the whole movie, Mars, fuck you. Or fuck you, Mars, same thing. Fuck you, Mars.
How the fuck did I do that?
Matt Damon, this is...
Never mind.
I've seen a lot of movies that Matt Damon played in. Besides Good Will Hunting, this is definitely arguably one of his best performances he's ever
I hope
done.
he gets nominated too.
I hope so as well. It was a freaking masterpiece of a movie. Enjoy it a lot. Now, let's get to my number 3. Now, this is a movie I managed to actually see in theater, and I actually had a good and fun experience seeing. Now, this is a movie that everybody went to go see and went to go see over and over again because this movie was so freaking good. Let's just say it was something we've been waiting for years on hand.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My number 3 is Star Wars The Force Awakens.
To me, this is the best live action movie of the year.
Now, a lot of people put this as their number 2, number 1, somewhere around the range, but for me, I put it as a number 3.
It's my number 5.
This movie was, well, I don't blame you there, number 5.
Still in your top 5. I'm happy.
Which is
about
pretty good. Now, for this movie, I'm gonna say my thoughts without giving no spoilers. If I do give spoilers, I'm gonna be like, Mr. Garrison,
No, don't
Let
fuck
me talk. I'm talking. Anyways,
your ass.
I was gonna say, if I did get spoilers, people will comment in the section saying, "Oh, Mr. Garrison, you're no good. You just gave spoilers to an outstanding movie I'm seeing." Well, I'm not giving no spoilers. No need
You
to
sound like the
worry.
rubber ducky's fucking you.
Well, he's right here, so.
Hey, Gary, I like the way you sound when you're aching.
Ducky, now's not the time. Alright, but anyway, Star Wars Force Awakens, I'm going to say right now, it was like watching the 1980s Star Wars all over again. Except, it was a lot better and more advanced and had a good new number of characters. And I'm going to say right now, and I hope I don't say this as a spoiler, but it was great seeing Han Solo again.
No, I won't say that's not a spoiler because, he's in the trailer. Everybody knows he's in the movie. So.
Oh, it was fantastic. I was
saying nothing more.
just saying it was great seeing Han Solo again. But anyways, this movie, it was perfect. The cinematography, the pacing, the actors and actresses, Chewbacca.
It sounds like Chewbacca taking a shit.
Anyways, the music, the art, everything in this movie was perfect. It was amazing. It was wonderful too. So anyways, well, my humble apologies about that, folks. A little interruption happened, but we're back on the air, and yeah, let's continue. Basically down to the final wire, my number 2 and my number 1 movies. Now, like I said, they're both animation films. Now, which one is it? Because I both consider these masterpieces. I've said before, now this particular movie was my number 1, but this is actually my number 2 now. My number 2 best movie of the year is truly one of the best Pixar movies ever released. That is none other than Inside Out.
Oh, I knew it.
Now, for Inside Out, this is a movie that everybody can relate to. This is just a movie that, you know, with all the emotions, a movie that is basically based on feelings, emotions, on how people feel. I mean, you got joy, you have anger, you have sorrow, you have frightened, and you have disgust. The 5 emotions that a person has. Or you can have the one emotion of excitement, or happy, or feeling stupid, or looking like absolute shit, or being a dickhead like Romy is.
Absolutely.
I was just telling you all, my number 2 movie of the year is Inside Out. Now, like I was...
That's my number 1 of the year.
Oh, well, there you go. But anyways, like I was saying about this movie, it's a movie that is based off about feelings, emotions. I mean, with the 5 emotions, we got joy, sorrow, frightened, disgusted, and Romy. Why am I saying Romy? Because that's anger.
Yeah, pretty much.
And folks, why don't you tell the people at home about that little backdrop about how people were calling you anger from that movie?
Oh, from Inside Out, because I resemble him in every way, shape, and form.
Yeah, which is quite something, with the muscles, the bald head, and how he acts every time when something doesn't go his way. And plus, most of all, hey, at least anger doesn't look like a dickhead. Anyways, for that's the case, this is definitely hands on one of the best Pixar movies that was ever released. I'm sorry. Finding Nemo's is a perfect movie. That's definitely one of my favorite Pixar movies, but this particular is my hands-down favorite Pixar movie, and I keep saying Pixar a lot. But anyways, no more about that. Inside Out, my number 2. Now, for my number 1 best movie of the year, it's going to be quite surprised because I've seen a lot of the lists. This is actually on the lower side of a lot of people's list, or in honorable mentions, which is understandable. This is a movie... Oh my god, it was a fucking masterpiece, and I was reliving my childhood all over again, because this is just one of those animation films that I love, claymation. My number 1 movie of the year, my hands down favorite movie of the year, my number 1 is Shaun the Sheep.
That was my number 5 that year.
Hold it.
Oh my god, Well, here's the thing, though, about Pixar. It was a movie based off of feelings, but this movie was creative, it was fun, it had some comedy parts here and there in the whole entire movie. It was a movie that I enjoyed laughing at, and I was just watching my childhood all over again, because I watched claymation. I watched Davy and Goliath. I watched Shaun the Sheep itself, and it was a cartoon. I watched Gumby, Celebrity Deathmatch.
What about Wallace and Gromit?
Wallace and Gromit. Watch that as well. Just to name a couple shows. I was reliving my childhood all over again, watching these claymation shows. But this, as a movie, here in 2015, I was like a little kid in a candy store.
And the thing about this movie, there's little to no dialogue throughout the entire film.
No, except that the only basic is that Shaun the Sheep is tired of his life, goes off and has a big shenanigan adventure in the big city. That's all you need to know. And the movie... You don't need no talking in a movie. It was freaking animation.
That's why it's so brilliant, because it's able to distribute story, comedy, emotion, drama, and many other elements that makes a great movie with no use of dialogue. That's called visual presentation. That's brilliant directing.
The movie was just outstanding. Pretty much what he said. That's why I loved this movie so much. Not just besides reliving childhood again. This movie... I watched this movie over and over. Like, I watched this movie twice in one night because I loved it so much. I'm probably going to watch it again later tonight. We'll see. I absolutely love this movie with a passion. And that's why, folks, Shaun the Sheep is my #1, hands down, best and favorite movie of the year. There's a difference. Okay, anyway, so, folks, that's going to have to put the icing...
You hear that?
What?
Romy, there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
What? It's something he says, so...
No, he's poking fun at me because of something I said some time ago that he's just been on my butt ever since.
Oh, well. Anyways, folks, that's going to have to put the icing on the cake for my best and worst films of the year. So I hope you all enjoyed. So, as for this, ciao for now.